Mmm. 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 Man, I don't know how to fucking change the resolution. I honestly don't. But, yeah, I'm gonna try. So, let's see. What are we starting? We're starting with Dipper Goes to Taco Bell. Oh, fuck, man. Woo, shit. Oh, this is gonna be a fucking nasty one. Alright, let's just do this real quick. Exit out of there. Yeah, I guess we could. Yeah, let's just put Discord like that. Let's keep that up there. Oh, fuck you. Keep that up in the corner right there, like that. There we go. And then let's keep this right here. Let's keep that right here. Fuck you. Thank you. And let's just. There we go. There we go. There we go. All right. Who's ready for me to read some bullshit? Anybody? Any of y'all? Comment if you're ready for me to read some bullshit. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Can y'all even hear me? Fuck, dude, this shit's been going on for a minute. Still haven't said anything. Just do it. Okay. Alright. Alright, cat. Alright. 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 Okay. Here we go. Dipper Goes to Taco Bell. I really don't want to fucking read this shit. It was a normal day in Gravity Falls, Oregon. Well, as normal as Gravity Falls gets anyways. Dipper Pines was reading his book, and Mabel, his twin sister, was wondering what he was doing. Dipper, are you gonna keep your nose... What? Oh, fuck, they don't know how to spell buried. Buried? It's spelled beard. Buried in that strange book of yours all summer? You gotta go out and have an adventure, Mabel exclaimed. Not now, Dipper said quietly. I'm trying to decode this. He was looking at a cryptogram that said XSLFA QBE QXZL YBII. Dipper was officially stumped. He could not figure out what it meant, and it seemed very mysterious to him. Grunky Stan is gonna take us to the dinner for... What the fuck, man? I can't read. Uncle Stan is going to take us to the diner for lunch, Dipper, Mabel exclaimed. Alright, you know what? I'm going to stop with the voice. Dipper, however, was not in the mood for the diner. He was publicly humiliated the last time he went. And though the food wasn't very good anyway, Mabel, I don't want to go to the diner, Dipper said solemnly. I want to go somewhere else. But there's really nothing else in town unless you count the Taco Bell near the forest, Mabel replied. Taco Bell? Dipper's ears perked up. He had never eaten at Taco Bell before, and ever since last week, he had a craving for Mexican food for some reason. Why don't we go to Taco Bell today? Dipper asked. Taco Bell? Uncle Stan questioned. Why do you want to go there? It smells like the bathroom when it gets clogged. I had my heart set on pancakes, Mabel moaned. Listen, you can go to Taco Bell if you want, but don't come crying to me when you smell like expired onions. Fine, I will, Dipper said harshly. Don't let the door hit you on the way out, Grunkle Stan said, but as he was exiting the mystery shack, the door hit him on the way out. Lol, said Grunkle Stan. He was laughing. So anyways, Mabel and Grunkle Stan went to the diner, while Dipper tried to find the Taco Bell he had brought with him. Oh, he had brought with him his book and a couple bucks, but finding the Taco Bell was harder than he had previously thought. He had been looking around town for what seemed like days. The mystery book wasn't helping him either, until he saw a flicker of a sign in the forest. He went into the forest. Why would there be a Taco Bell in the forest? Dipper asked himself. After hiking for about an hour, Dipper finally got to the Taco Bell, but it sure didn't look like any Taco Bell he'd ever seen. It was surrounded by a barrage of giant oak trees in an open field, completely different from the rugged terrain of the Oregon forest. The open field was covered with at least 3 layers of pine needles, which got the attention of Dipper. He stuck his hand into the pine needles. Ow! Dipper shouted. Fuck! A pine needle poked him. It hurts. Well, of course it fucking hurts you. He stuck his hand... Of course. Fucking don't stick your hand into fucking pine needles, retard. The restaurant Taco Bell looked like a silo, sort of. Well, it was very cylindrical. The outside had rusty picnic tables, and it looked like no one used them at all. Dipper walked up to the restaurant's door. Should I go in there? Dipper asked himself. I'm starting to have second thoughts. Why is there a small, desolate Taco Bell in this forest? Excuse me, miles from the nearest road. But I guess it's my only option. Mabel and Grunkle Stan are probably done with lunch right now. And they were. Mabel wondered why Dipper hadn't come back yet, but Grunkle Stan didn't give a damn. So Dipper entered the restaurant, but he was relieved to see that the interior was normal except for its high ceiling. There were also no customers inside, but Dipper thought that was normal considering how the franchise was so isolated. He went up to the counter. There was only one cashier working the registers. That's fucking weird. A very old, slightly deaf, bored out of his skull cashier. Dipper decided what he wanted to order, then he approached the register. Excuse me, I'll have a... We only got tacos, the cashier interrupted. Okay, I guess I'll have a taco then, Dipper said. What did you say? The cashier yelled. I said I want a taco, Dipper yelled back. Okay then, the cashier said. What the fuck? What the fuck? Then went in the back for a few minutes. When he came out, he was carrying Dipper's taco. That'll be $1, the cashier said. Someone had forgot to put an R. Dipper gave him the money and went to sit down at the least grimiest table. He bit into the hot, spicy, juicy taco filled with thick, pure meat, mild, tantalizing black beans, and sour, fluffy sour cream. He enjoyed this single bite, that perfectly cooked taco, and still tasted it in his mouth after he swallowed it. But as he was about to bite into it a second time, he felt a churning movement inside his body, something that he had felt often. Uh-oh, Dipper said. Then he rushed to the lab. Oh, fuck. Man, that really went through me, Dipper said to himself. For some reason, the bathrooms were hidden in a corner far from the counter and far from the table he was sitting at. When he walked in, he found that the bathrooms were surprisingly clean for a fast food restaurant anyway. And Dipper found this suspicious. All the stalls were full and no one was using the urinals. But right on cue, someone walked out of one of the stalls. Dipper didn't pay much attention to who was walking out, but he was wearing all black and he had a plastic bag with him. Dipper just had to go. Alright, come on. Next. Unfortunately, he didn't make it in time. He checked his pants and found the worst of all. Diarrhea, Dipper said. Gee. He was about to leave the stall when he noticed a bulge in his pants. Oh, God. Oh, fuck. Okay. Alright, leave now. Leave now. I swear, if you don't fuck with nasty shit, leave now. I promise you will throw up. He touched the bulge, and once he touched it, he knew exactly what it was. It was an erection. He found himself completely aroused after touching it and started to do it some more. Eventually, he was ready to hardcore masturbate. He didn't know what was arousing him, but he knew he was aroused. He took off his blue shorts and his soiled underwear, revealing his medium-sized but not small penis. The tip was bright and red, like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer. Dipper started to yank his Johnson harder and faster. The 5-incher was getting pumped. Dipper's soiled hands started to feel bits of pre-cum on his dry fingers. Eventually, the medium-sized cock tip couldn't take it anymore and burst in an explosion of cum. Yummy! The cum got all over the walls and toilet, and Dipper felt proud he had creamed himself for the first time. But he was upset that it was not over Wendy. No, Dipper thought. All this is not enough for me. I need to release all of this. Alright. Lag. With his erection still active, Dipper began yanking his penis again. It was much quicker, and Dipper comes quicker. It was a bigger release than last time, and it began to rain Dipper's seed. Dipper felt more proud than last time. His heart was about to burst from all the droplets of cum falling down from the ceiling. What the fuck? He felt as happy as he felt on the day of the first snowfall of the year. He stuck out his tongue to taste the cum, shiny from the faulty fluorescent light in the bathroom. He tasted it and he thought it was the one of the best tasting things in the world. Better than the largest chocolate bar. Better than the rarest pig and better than the taco he was having earlier. By now, he couldn't stop. He couldn't leave now and miss out on this great masturbation adventure. He wanted to taste the cum. He scraped a handful of cum off it, he scraped a handful of it off the the stall and put it in his dirty, wet mouth. He grabbed another, and another, and another. He was getting more aroused by consuming the cum, and he released another load. So that's where it's all coming from, Dipper said to himself, cum all over his face and teeth. Dipper came up with a solution to get a more hardcore adult masturbation experience. He was going to put it into action. He tilted his head down, sat down on the cum-covered ground, grabbed his Hardin Johnson, and stuck it in his mouth. Well, nice, man. You did it, man. You did what most men couldn't do. He's fucking about to blow himself, ladies and gentlemen. Once it was firmly in, Dipper began to suck on the very hard rod. He sucked it like the lollipop he sucked it like the lollipop he got at the country fair a while back. It tastes a lot like it too. The legs were so expertly over his shoulder that he could have been a gymnast. The more he sucked on his hard dick, the more his aroused legs shook. Eventually, just when he was going to give out, he came in his mouth. It was the oh, fuck, man. That is just gay, bro. I'm sorry. If you come in your own mouth, that is fucking gay. It was the best thing he ever experienced and kept on performing fellatio on himself. As he was stimulating himself orally, he accidentally fell over to his side. He broke from his penis and cummed on the floor. The floor was covered in so much of Dipper's cum that he started to make a snow angel. Ooh, what the fuck? In the cum. Or a cum angel. He was eating some in the... He was eating some in the process. But then he looked to his side and immediately became so hard that the red tip was touching his short pubic hair. He saw what was causing it. He saw his underwear covered in dark brown feces. Oh, fuck. No. Oh, jeez. Ladies and gentlemen, it just gets worse. And I promise you, it is puke-worthy. It will just get worse. He held up his underwear, which was covered in the cum-filled floor, and marveled at its erotic beauty. The feces were so beautifully ejaculated, so smooth in its sticky brownness, so perfect they felt in Dipper's white hands. He wanted his shit. Oh, fuck. He held the brown underwear like a fish on a lure, and put his sticky white lips into the sticky brown feces. His tongue was rubbing the crap all over his tidy whites. Okay, you're a man. You can read this. Making his mouth all a brownish white mess. He was biting into the shit and sucked it in his mouth. It was more stimulating than ever before. He now knew that he didn't need Wendy or Mabel or any of the girls in Gravity Falls. All he needed was a big pile of his shit. Okay. He took a scoop of the feces, he had a lot of diarrhea, and began to spread it all over his dick. Every time he spread the crap, he was getting more and more aroused. Once his dick was completely brown, he came again. It filled up all the spots in the stall that weren't covered in Dipper's cum once again. Dipper took big scoops of cum and consumed it in large gulps. Now Dipper had to put the brown sticky feces all over his penis again, and boy did he do a good job. The brown stuff was all over his external genitals and his testicles. He had cummed a few times here and there. Now his beautiful brown genitals needed to be cleaned. But Dipper didn't have any cleaning supplies, so he had to suck the shit off. Well, sounds like Vietnam. He brought his erection up to his mouth and began to suck. This time he made it very clear to lick the feces off with his tongue, and as soon as the tongue touched his dick, he cummed. He was having the most fun he ever had in the bathroom stall and forgot who he was, where he lived, where he was, or what he was eating. All that was on his mind was his sweet cum. He just thought of a great idea. Well, let's hear that idea. Dipper took a scoopful of diarrhea and a scoopful of cum and put it in the toilet. He flushed it, but before it went all the way down, he grabbed the wet pile of shit and cum and stuck it in his mouth. Dipper was consuming all the shit and cum and toilet water, and it tasted great. He kept on doing it for God knows how long, and one of the times he hit his head against the toilet rim. Dipper's brain must have been knocked out of place at the time, because this time, instead of putting the shit and cum in his food hole, he started to lather it on his penis again. He wanted more of his Johnson, but that would be a fatal mistake. Once it was covered again, he put it in his mouth and began sucking. Jesus Christ, but did it too hard. As he was sucking and coming, he accidentally bit on his dick. As soon as he tasted blood, he broke out of coitus and saw his lacerated penis. He saw a mix of blood and cum coming out of it, like a lava, and his erectile muscle pointing out. Dipper grabbed it and grimaced in pain. He winced at it and looked horrified. He snapped out of it all, and tried to figure out a solution to the castration. He put some more diarrhea and cum on. What the fuck? But that didn't stop the blood. No shit! Dipper spit out the piece of. Oh! Dipper spit out the piece of dick that he bit off and tried to reapply it, but it didn't work. No shit. No matter how many times he tried to reattach it, they all failed. He put more of his reproductive fluids on the castrion. Fucking, I don't know how to pronounce that. But they only made the penis swell up like the Goodyear blimp. Dipper was licking the blood off the try. What? Motherfucker grammar, dude! Dipper was licking the blood off to try to stop it, but the blood was coming faster than he could lick. He was now in ultimate pain and felt nothing like this. He screamed as loud as he could and felt like no one could hear him. He was screaming louder and louder, saying, "Help! I bit my dick off!" He was going insane. He started to bang against the stall.
Go on.
I apologize about that, ladies and gentlemen. Screaming, "Help!" as loud as he could yell. After a full 5 minutes with a large mix of blood, cum, and feces on the floor, he was banging his head against the stall. The banging was louder than the loudest thunderstorm, and yet no one came for help. Dipper was alone in the bathroom, alone in the stall, alone with his beloved dick, now to near death, and unfortunately he was near death. Beautiful. Perfect. After one final blow to the head, the now screaming Dipper was now as silent as Christmas Eve. He fell to the floor, eyes turned skyward, and fell in a mix of his own blood, cum, and feces. At the Mystery Shack, Mabel was feeling very worried about Dipper, so she went off and tried to find him. She went off into the forest. She knew where he was, and surprisingly got there in less time than Dipper. As she entered the newly cleaned doors, she immediately noticed the once-bitten taco on one of the tables, and immediately knew it was Dipper's. Mabel rushed into the men's bathroom. She liked to use the urinals. What the fuck? How does that... Never mind. And rushed into a random stall. It was her brother's. Mabel looked at how messy the stall was and how it was used to the deed. Her pink sneakers... Her pink sneakers were sticky from stepping into the reddish-brown mess of fluids. She walked around the messy stall for a bit, but then saw the most horrid sight she could imagine. Dipper's corpse. Mabel was welled up in tears at the sight of it and began to cry. As she was crying, she sat down in a pile of the blood, feces, and cum, and looked at Dipper's lifeless face. It was beautiful as his smooth facial features complemented his circle of cum around his lips. "Oh, Dipper," Mabel said through her tears, "let me clean the white stuff off your lips." Mabel... What? Wait. Okay. Well, we'll just keep reading. Mabel brought Dipper's head up to hers, and she kissed him. After pulling out of the kiss, Mabel enjoyed it, and so she kissed him again. She didn't want to let go of Dipper, not now. Not when he had just died. He was her brother, after all. She held Dipper's naked corpse in her arms, and she felt a tingling feeling in herself, and a secret dirty side. No one could care if we just did it, right? He's dead, and no, I would know in this restroom stall. What the fuck? Mabel thought. She immediately came up with an answer. She pulled up Dipper's head up to her head and kissed him again, only it was a French kiss. Once Mabel was done, she put the body on the floor. Then Mabel got down on the fluid-covered floor, too. Mabel started to go kiss crazy frenzy with Dipper. That made it look like Dipper was alive. Tongue went into Dipper's deceased mouth, scraping the feces and cum off of the roof of Dipper's mouth. Great. Good job, sis. Fucking trooper. Mabel was shaking even more now that her tongue was touching Dipper's. She unzipped her jeans, slowly slid them off, and then threw them at the wall. They stuck there from the Okay. Mabel revealed her nice, clean, exposed virgin vagina. She took Dipper's corpse, not noticing the eternally bleeding penis, and brought it closer to the cervix. She rubbed her clitoris for arousal purposes before she stuck it in. And once the dick was firmly in, she finally felt joy in her life. This is fucking disgusting. This is... Oh, what the fuck, bro? Okay. That's fucked. She loved the feeling of losing it to her dead brother's body and started to get the oddest feeling. She lost it. She finally lost it. She squealed in happiness and started to French kiss Dipper harder. Her tongue almost touched Dipper's uvula. She kept holding onto his lacerated dick in her vagina and sloshing her tongue all around Dipper's mouth. She kept pulling in and out with Dipper's stick. Oh, fuck. Blood was getting on her urethral walls, not noticing one bit. She did not want to leave the body, not now. She would kill herself if it could mean they'd be in a coitus. I have no idea what that means. Coitus forever. If only Dipper could kiss her back. After what seemed like hours, it wouldn't fit in. Mabel finally looked down at the now pretty messed up penis. Mabel couldn't look away at it. It was now swollen to the size of her head. A whole mix of rainbow color. What the fuck? And still spewing lifeless cum. Mabel vomited on it, which only made it worse. It grew bigger and bigger. "Oh, Dipper," she said softly. Then Mabel started to scream. She was horrified at the sight of it and started to barf again. She tried to put a giant mix of blood and cum and vomit and feces on the dick, but it didn't work. She tries to suck it all off, but found herself enjoying the sucking and the taste of Dipper's penis blood. She kept on sucking on it, tasting the blood, and touching and fondling Dipper's dead erectile muscle. She was ecstatic. She was more happy than she had ever been. More happy than she was before. As she was squealing with delight, the stall door started to open a crack. Mabel took notice of this. "Huh?" she asked. The door started to open more. It wasn't locked. Mabel started to get nervous. She didn't want to go to jail for necrophilia. She was only a child who bit off more than she could chew. She got too ahead of herself after lusting after her twin brother for so long. If it was the police, she had no hope. She hoped it was just another Taco Bell employee who would listen to her and help her out. The stall door finally burst open. Standing in front of it was a man dressed in black. He had a Taco Bell logo sewn on the left of his fleece jacket. He was wearing squeaky shoes that squeaked across the bathroom floor. He was wearing dark sunglasses. The mysterious man walked up to the two of them slowly. Mabel stood up on her feet, fear and blood on her face. The man stared at Mabel for a long time until he finally said, "Are you supposed to be in this bathroom, young lady?" Well, shit. Mabel was shaking in horror. Mabel was shaking in horror now. She turned to face Dipper's naked, violated, dead body and turned to face the man again. "Mister, I didn't didn't mean to do this. My brother," Mabel said, shaking with tears in her eyes. The man brought himself closer to Mabel, saying, "Sir, you're my personal space." Mabel tried to manage. The man was inspecting a red spot on Mabel's cheek. After several seconds, the man touched the spot, trailed his finger in it, and put the finger in his mouth. "Ugh, fuck. Blood," the man whispered to himself. What did you say, sir?" Mabel asked him, not understanding what he was saying. "Little girl, do you know what that is on your cheek?" the man said. Mabel repeated what the mysterious man did to her cheek and said back to him, "It's blood." "And with the blood being on your cheek, have you developed, shall we say, a desired taste for it?" the man asked. Mabel did not notice. The man asked back. Mabel did not notice the retractable chisel in his right hand. Yes, I didn't mean to. I just..." "Shh," the man quieted her. "If you like the addicting taste of it, why didn't you say so?" And without warning, the man cut her across the chest with the chisel. Oh, fuck. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, right now, this story is about to get even fucking worse, alright? Just want to let y'all know. She screamed at the pain of it. Blood started to pour out of the diagonal cut fast, almost covering her stomach. "You can lick that up. Your blood probably tastes better than that kid's," the man said, pointing to Dipper. Then the man gave another cut across her face. She screamed again, louder this time. "Now you can get that blood close to your face, and just to make sure you're silent." The man slit her across the neck. Well, she's fucking dead now. She could not scream this time. The man went into her neck and pulled out 3 vocal cords. The man stretched the cords out, and he jumped rope. He jumped rope with them while slashing Mabel across the face several times. When her face was cut so many times that her nose fell off, the man decided it was time for the scalping. He took out a bigger knife and slammed it right above Mabel's eyebrows. The man Dad, I'm streaming. The man gripped the knife's handle still in her face and began.
"Hey man, there's some wings I baked in the oven."
And began to make a deep cut. The man put all his strength into it because he decided to make the hardest part first. He tried to do it right on the skin, but sadly did not do the job he liked. Mabel's head was now topless. Well, he fucking lopped her head off. Top of her skull was, lopped her fucking hair off. Top of her skull was The top of her skull exposed and violently cut so that you could see her brain inside the skull. The pieces of muscle and flesh were still attached to Mabel's hairy scalp, so the man cut them off. The scalp was now thin as skin, and still full of Mabel's hair. He hung the scalp up on the hook on the door. It would be his prize, something he kept for himself. Now the man prepared the rest of the body. For what? That's fucking weird. What he wanted to do next was to make it rain, not water, as you may think. He wanted it to rain something else. He got down to Mabel's blood-covered slashed chest, grabbed her, not fully developed breasts, and began to cut off Mabel's nipples. Once he was done, the blood started to come out. Like old faithful Geyser, he was amazed by the sight of the fountain of blood and began to dance around the stall, stepping in all the fluids that were on the floor. When the blood was starting to flow a little less, slowly the man moved onto the legs. The man hung Mabel's nipples next to the scalp. The nips were his prize too, and started to cut Mabel's legs. He started to cut faster than a race car driver on a smooth asphalt track. The cuts kept on appearing on her kneecaps until the cat bone was exposed. By that time, her lower legs and her body were only attached by a thin string of cartilage. Oh, that is just fucking disgusting. Then the guy moved on to her toes. With a knife as sharp as With a knife as sharp as knife, okay, I guess, he cut every one of her little toes off. Mabel's body was losing so much blood that she started to flatten out. The place where it was mostly coming out of was her toes. The toe blood was making a sea of red on the floor. The man, now with his Taco Bell fleece jacket splattered with red on it, now dug the knife into Mabel's left foot. He began to make another cut similar to what he did to her scalp and began to cut the skin off of the foot. The cut was much better than what he did to the scalp. He did the same to the other foot and then hung the skin up next to the scalp. Mabel's feet were now just a big mess of flesh, muscle, blood, and nerves. Mabel, who was still alive. Mabel's face was now completely exposed to all the cuts she was getting, her mouth hanging open like a gaping person. The blood was already covering her chest, and since the man actually had a soul, he didn't want to subject the little girl to the misery she was about to endure. So he took the long knife and stabbed her in the middle of her chest where her heart was. Blood poured out of it more than her cut-off nipples did. Once most of the blood was done spewing, the man got down near Mabel's bloody vagina. He carefully took his knife, Okay, this is going to get really disgusting. Got down near the cervix and stuck the knife's blade up the hole. While in Mabel's cock cave, the man was rotating the knife, cutting up the walls of Mabel's egg chamber. The tip of it finally got inside it, and very carefully snipped every one of Mabel's fallopians. How do you even do that without even seeing the inside? It was a hard job. He had to be very careful. He had done it many times before, but today wasn't his best day. He accidentally slit some of the sides of Mabel's vagina, cutting into the muscle surrounding it. The man was very embarrassed. Shit, hopefully no one will notice that, he said to himself. He took the knife out of Mabel's hole, with ovaries and 2 fallopians on the blood-covered blade. The man got out a big plastic trash bag and scraped the knife on it, making the contents on it go into the bag. But since the knife's handle was covered in more blood than it usually was, he accidentally let it slip and it dug into Mabel's right shoulder. Perfect, the man said ominously. The man got out a pair of vinyl gloves and put them on his hands. He gripped the knife tightly, wanting a deeper cut than he had before. After a while, after digging and digging and digging, the man's knife got through to the other side. Once the man saw the job he did, he threw the arm in his trash bag. He felt great pride and felt that he could easily achieve his goal now. So he went to the other side of Mabel's nearly skinned body and began to cut that arm off. It was easier to do than the other one, surprisingly, and once he was done with that, he threw that arm into the garbage bag. Mabel's body was now almost flat due to all the blood loss. The man tasted some of it and thought that he should get a jar for later. That's 4 as in a number. Thought he should get a jar for later. Now for the legs. The man did the same with her legs, and they felt like they were getting easier to cut off each time. The legs were off. and the man threw it in the bag. Mabel's body was flat now. Almost all the blood from her body was gone. Embracing Mabel's dismembered body, he hugged it, licked the remaining blood off, and put the body in the bag. The man now had just noticed Dipper on the floor and figured he must have caused all this on the walls. Another one couldn't hurt, the man said to himself, and started to cut off Dipper's appendages. He did it in the same order and same manner as Mabel's. It was done quickly and put all of it in the bag as well. Now it was time to clean up. As you can imagine, the bathroom stall was a big mess of fluids. No shit. The man got out a big chisel and started to chisel the cum off the walls and into the bag. It took a long while, about 2 or 3 hours. Once it was done, he needed to clean the floor, so he went outside the stall and got a mop that he had with him the whole time. He mopped the whole mess of things up off the floor and into the he mopped everything up and put it into the bag. All right, cool. Until the floors and walls looked respectable for a fast food bathroom anyway. The man got out some toilet cleaner and cleaned the toilet. Because it was way more messier than the stall itself, after a few minutes, the toilet cleaning was over, and the stall was as clean as a new car. It smelled like it too. The man left the bathroom and the stall waited ready for its next victim. The man got out of the bathroom and went into the back kitchen of the Taco Bell. He got near a machine. It was an odd-looking machine. It had a crank on the side, a funnel on the top, and something shaped like a taco on the side near a conveyor belt. Why do I have to do anything for myself? Why do I have to do everything myself? The man questioned. He hung up his blood-stained jacket and sunglasses, revealing his Taco Bell employee uniform. It was spotless. The man took the bag and one by one started to put the body parts into the funnel. Once the bag was half empty, he kept on putting more parts in. Only this time he turned the crank. Once the bag was empty, out popped out. Oh, wait. Oh, okay. I read that wrong. Oh wait, no, I didn't. Once the bag was empty, out popped out two tacos popped out. That's all you have to put, buddy. They weren't really tacos though. They weren't really tacos, really. They were actually human body parts in the shape of tacos. They went down the conveyor belt, and the employees using spray cans began to spray paint the body parts. Once they got to the Taco Bell tissue paper at the end of the conveyor belt, they looked like genuine tacos. The man grabbed one of the tacos, wrapped it in a tissue paper, and went to the front of the counter. He handed it to the old man cashier, then went back into the depths of the kitchen. "Here's your taco, sir," the cashier said to the fat customer. "You're welcome," Sue said, handing the cashier the money. Well, that was fucked. That was really fucked. I'm not gonna lie to y'all. That shit was fucked up. What did y'all think? One viewer? One viewer? Oh, Caitlin. No. No. No, you're not. What did you think of that story, Kat? What did you think of the story, Kat? Come on. If you're still watching, that is. Andreas? Anyone? Hold on, y'all. Alright. That was a really fucked up story. I've actually read it. I've not read it before, but I've heard it been read before, and it is a fucking gross ass, disgusting story. Fucking shit. Okay. Okay. Okay, I'm sorry. I keep going on with my life, but I keep forgetting that I'm actually streaming right now, so I apologize, y'all. Let's see what's next here. Hold on, I'm just gonna wait. All right. Wow. All right. You're a trooper, Mr. Viewer. You're a trooper. Okay. All right. I apologize. Ooh. Okay. Let's read more shit. Read more shit. Come on. I'm down. I'm down. I'm down. Oh, it's a pretty short one too. Okay, let's read about how this guy got fucking covered in bodily fluids. Alright? Because this motherfucker got covered in bodily fluids. Okay. Okay. Alright. People still watching? Alright. How I got covered in disgusting bodily fluids. I work at a chain motel in a quiet college town that's not fancy, but it's nice and we generally just get travelers from the freeway and college parents. So just about an hour ago, this old man comes to the front desk and asks me to help lift his wife back into bed because she's disabled. Not my job, but fuck it, I'm a nice guy and love helping people. I figure she's about this man's age and just old and needs a helping hand. Well, good for him. So I get to the room and this 450-pound behemoth, fuck, generous estimate, is laying face down on the floor and I think she's dead. I don't see any breathing or movement, but no, she's just a passenger in her own body and too fat to move from that position. She's wearing a big XXL nightgown and just face down between the bed and the wall at this point. I don't want to be there, but I'm in too deep and I'm no quitter. In retrospect, knowing what I know now, I should have just called the bored small town fire department. Anyways, we both grab an arm and try to move her, but she's so fat and muscle atrophied that she's like 95% dead weight. All she can do is move her limbs to make her easy to grab. She's not helping at all as far as the upward movement goes. So we are lifting her, and this woman is covered in literal slime, like sweat, but it marinating in the fat rolls somehow make it more vicious. It takes us 5 minutes just to get her upper back on the bed because the angle is so awkward. She's between the bed and the wall. But her legs have zero power and the bed is super soft, so she's sunk in and we have to push her. But she's sunk in so much, like pushing a stalled car through 3-inch loose gravel. Keep in mind, at this point, I can't leave because if I stop actively lifting her lower half is going to fall and snap, both her ankles or worse, due to her legs being lifeless and at a terrible angle. So we decide we have to use the legs to bring this thing back home and get it done. Now grabbing the legs wouldn't be any grosser than the arms, right? I'm already covered in slime, right? Wrong. I see that she has no underwear on when she spreads her legs and her vagina is covered in white slime or something. Oh god, that is fucking disgusting, yo. And it gets on me because it's all down her legs. I shove with all my strength, get her ass fully on the bed, and just walk out without a word. Then I go get naked in the bathroom and take a Purell bath and smoke 5 cigarettes. Man, was it really that bad, dude? I know a lot of people lie on Reddit for karma, and I honestly wish I was. I wish I was. I just needed to tell someone about this before I click out in a few hours. Drink and fifth and forget. What the fuck? Grammar? Grammar? Alright, ladies and gentlemen. Starting to question who this other concurrent viewer is. Can this fucking notifications go fuck themselves, dude? On jaw? On jaw? Okay. Alright. Dude, what the fuck? Okay. Okay. Okay, Charger. Go in. Go in. No more fucking battery life bullshit. What? Cum melts wasps. Excuse me? The fuck? Okay, hold on a second. Let's just Tales from the front desk. That's not what I wanted to do. At all. But fuck it, you know what? Let's join this bitch. Here we go. Tales from the front desk. Boom. Alright, let's go back. Read some more shit. Alright. Let's see here. Okay. What the fuck is this shit? Cum melts wasps. Erotic adult imagery. Well, shit. Never mind. Guess we're not. Not explicit, but certainly disturbing. Too afraid to ask. Okay. I read the first fucking line. Do mothers worry about their son's dick size? And I already don't want to read this shit. Okay. It's short. Short and sweet, so that's cool. Do mothers worry about their son's dick size? I know, strange question, insert dirty joke here. Titties. But every once in a while, maybe once a year, my mom would ask me about my dick size during phone calls. She doesn't ask for a specific measurement or anything, more subtle, like not too big, not too small. It's normal, right? This is very out of character for her since she's usually a reserved person. I think it's normal for parents to worry about this kind of... No. I'm a grown-ass adult now. So yeah, is it normal for parents to worry like this? Alright, a few possible theories now. Fortune teller. When I was a kid, I had a small pee-pee, and now she's worried it never grew. I have cancer, STD. I'm fucking dying right now. Oh, that sucks, dude. Dad have small pee-pee. Mom is weird. Anyways, this was a fun thread. Thanks. Alright. Fuck. Well, what is this? What is this subreddit? Too afraid to ask? Swag. Telling another user to use Google, use the search bar for a variation of "you're seriously afraid to ask this" will result in a temporary ban. Why do African Americans pronounce words in a certain way? What? Okay. Okay. Oh yeah. Jesus Christ copycat. Wood compilation. What the fuck is this? Op and his friend discover ants going to his cum rag. Oh fuck. You know, I actually have an embarrassing story that I will be willing to tell, but that's if this stream gets 100 views over the span of a, well, oh, well, no one's watching. Well, shit. Oh, yeah, yay, someone's watching, sweet. Anyways, if this stream gets 100 views, I will be willing to tell a fucking embarrassing story about a time that I waxed my dolphin. So I fat this morning, came into a paper towel, and accidentally left it right on the nightstand. Yes, I'm gross, but keep reading. Flash forward to a few hours to when the girly friend came home, only for her to discover a bunch of ants on my nightstand. Apparently ants love cum. So to test my theory, I left part of a fruit by the foot by the used cum rag and see what they prefer. I'm sick, get over it, keep reading. Flash forward an hour, and they didn't even touch the fruit by the foot. So weird. In fact, ants are sluts for cum. That's fuck. That is just fucking fantastic. What the fuck is this? Maggot girl, except it's real and in nostril. That is fucking disgusting. I thought I fucking went to settings and told him to blur this shit out, man. What the fuck? I'm gonna get like banned or some shit. Blur thumbnails labeled not safe for work. It's not doing that at all. It's literally not doing that. Okay. Alright. Alright, come on. Mayo lubrication? Nature's beautiful. No, I don't believe that. Metafilth poop pendant. Mayo lubrication. Okay. What the fuck? Corned beef approved. Get banned or something. Question. I wish I didn't have to see this, but I have no choice. Okay. What the fuck? Who the fuck? Trying to find video of a fat woman masturbating in public. Possibly French. Oh, fuck. Fantastic. Beautiful. Fucking beautiful. Good man. Man sticks pubes to his head, then passes out in the subway because he's allergic to glue. What was the... Why did you even... Why did you even stick pubes to your head, man? What the... That is just fucked, man. I'm sorry. Look, if you're gonna sit there and say, you know what? I'm gonna cut off my pubes and glue them to my fucking head today. Like, what the fuck? Not only that, but then my man was allergic to glue. Like, come on, man. God. Woman prepares meals only using her mouth. Well, we're watching it. We're watching it. Oh God. It's. I thought it was a video. Wait. I thought it was a video. Oh, here we go. All right. Come on, Reddit. Come on. This is so unhealthy. By the way, no one do this, please. Don't do this. This is just fucking disgusting. I know my stream is called reading random shit on the internet, but at this point, the whole point of reading random shit when you can just react to it. Lag. Ooh, ooh, God. Oh, that's fucking gross. What? Ew. Ooh. Oh my God. Oh, just. Ew. What the? What am I watching? Why am I? Oh, we gotta sit through the whole thing. We gotta sit through the whole thing. Do it for the memes. For the memes, man. Oh God. Ew! What the fuck is that? She probably didn't even wash her hands, too, man. No! No! Not Bon Appetit! Bon Appetit, fucking disgusting bitch that prepares meals with her fucking mouth. Oh my God, that was so fucking gross. Cool subreddit, though, I'm not gonna lie. Okay. Never seen a foot like this. Hope it's not gore. I really hope it's not gore. Really hope it's not gore. I really don't trust this. Leave this one behind. We're starting from scratch. Burn it down. Burn it. Drown it. Start over. Okay. No, I don't trust that one. Because I can't, they don't really blur out the images, you know what I mean? Enough Reddit for now. Alright. Let's do it. Okay. Okay. Looks like the... Yeah, I don't wanna get banned, so I'm not gonna click on that. There was a tapeworm? Bedbug infestation. Alright. Eel up the ass. What? Excuse me? Clogged toilet, not so bad. Hi there, request. OP gets in what? I feel really bad coming on my what? Oh Jesus Christ. Poor cat. Alright, let's read this shit. Oh, look at that. We got a concurrent viewer and fucking like the video. Nice job. Thanks, man. Thanks, man or woman, whoever you are. A very serious bed bug infestation. Wow, 1080p, man. Because I want to see those fucking specks. I want to see the legs on those motherfuckers from this distance. Let's do it. Let's, dude. I fucking hate this career sometimes, man. Let's join r/what the fuck. r/what the 5.9 million members. What the fuck? Literally, what the fuck? r/what the fuck? Of course I did. My man's, ew. What the, bro? That's so fucking gross. All right. Okay. Okay, boomer. Okay, boomer. That's all bed bugs? Yo, can I like get 10? I asked for 1080p, so can I get 1080p? Thank you. That is fucking disgusting, bro. I'm sorry. That is so fucking gross. Oh! Oh my god. Ew, bro. What is that? What is this shit right here? What is that? Dude, it's like a fucking... It's like space, but the stars are black. Ugh. Oh, it's lagging like a motherfucker, too. Don't blame it. It's a lot of fucking bed bugs. Bro, why is there so many, dude? What was in that bed? Dude, I fucking... This lesson, ladies and gentlemen. Change your bed sheets as much as you can. Trust me. Shit's fucked up. Okay. I explosively shit on my cat. Alright, here we go. It's just... If any of you are runners, you will know that running can often lead to having diarrhea. I've recently been really into running because it helps me structure my day so I can feel emotionally and mentally prepared enough to go to work and to full-time graduate school. Anyway, a few weeks ago I got back from a run and urgently needed to go to the bathroom. As soon as I sat down, I realized there was no toilet paper on the roll, but there was extra under the sink, which is across the bathroom and several steps away. I make the immediate decision that I can attempt to hold it as quickly as I quickly grab some toilet paper so I'm not stuck later with worrying about dripping on the floor or something. Wrong choice. As I start to sit on the toilet, I cannot hold it a single second longer and it begins exploding out of me. This is fucking gross. Unfortunately for both my cat and me, he had decided that drinking out of the toilet bowl was something he would indulge in while I was grabbing toilet paper. So here I am hovering over the toilet with shit exploding out of my ass, and my cat literally in the toilet bowl, shitting it all over his back and head while I try to grab him to hold him in place so he doesn't get shit all over my apartment, while also holding him in a way that doesn't get shit on me and where he doesn't claw me. It didn't work out at all. He squirmed free and ran out of the bathroom, and I was left finishing my runner's poo. I was left trying to clean myself and bathe my cat. I thought it was an equally embarrassing and funny story that I really wanted to share, but I am personally not that comfortable with bodily functions to share with anybody in my personal life, so I hope you enjoyed my unfortunate bathroom experience. That was the funniest fucking story I've ever heard. My man said, yeet for the toilet paper, fucking diarrhea all over his fucking cat, dude. That is fucking hilarious. 6 years ago today, I finished my last day of 11 half-year prison sentence. Alright, survived hanging myself when I was a kid. I had sex with my married coworker. I gave my boyfriend a BJ in a car in a country where I can get stoned for it. What? Okay. For how much I love Reddit, I hate the community. I gained access to my SO's Google account and discovered that the man I loved is an absolute monster. Well, I want to kill my little sister's ex-boyfriend. I like bug breasts and I cannot big... Alright, I find humor in disappointing my parents. Okay. What the fuck? Bro. Okay. Find humor in disappointing my parents. Whatever I do, my parents were never quite happy with my choices, whether it was my hobbies or my career or my style or whatever. They respect that I make my own choices, but they never approve or are happy about any of it. And after a while, that not approval turned into disappointment because after art school I became a technician and am now studying biotechnological engineering, which my parents see me unfit for and all that. I quit all of the hobbies my mom loved to see me doing, mostly because she was the one to introduce me to them. Instead of tennis, I kickbox now. Instead of painting, I like to program. Cool, good shit, man. I like to program too. I mean, well, I don't know how to program, but I'm learning how to program. Once I do, I'm going to start trying to program shit. But anyways, instead of fretting over what to wear whenever relatives come to visit, I now will just wear what I wear every day, which is a lot of black and punkish clothes. AMD, I just dye my hair whatever color I want to, because by now it's honestly quite amusing to see my mom's disappointed face whenever I have a new hair color. I stopped caring about why my family thinks my choices and instead enjoy the reactions when I blatantly defy their vision of who I am who I am supposed to be in their eyes. That is sad and honestly, man, that's just fucking sad. Aww. Even though he cheated on me, betrayed my trust, lied to me, and hurt me emotionally, I still wish him the best in life. I still have hope. There's a good guy out there for me. I feel so sorry, man. Fuck. Okay. Yes. Oh my god. Thanks. Thank you. Thank you. Sweet. Oh my god, thank you so much. Oh, you shouldn't have done that. Thank you. Thank you, Mom.
Ooh, can I take these?
Yeah, sure. Wait.
Are you gonna drink
Wait,
this?
no, I'm gonna drink that.
Okay. Everything okay?
Yeah, I'm just streaming. Alright. Oh, we got 2 concurrent viewers. Holy shit. Okay, keep them. Wait, what? Wait, what the fuck is this? Hold on. Oh, wait, cat poo. Oh, God. And I have dinner, alright? But, whatever. If it has poo in it, it's probably disgusting. So, we're gonna read it. Fire. Oh, fuck. I don't know where else to post this awful diarrhea horror story. This is a rough one, guys, so prepare yourselves. It's been 2 days and I'm still recovering from it. Anyways, let's get right into it. I've been getting tattoos done by the same person for years. Recently, we started a pretty large piece on my forearm, and it's taken more a few sessions to finish. He's a great guy and I love working with him. Let me set the scene a little further. I'm wearing a skirt because it's hot in Ohio during... Oh, so this is a female. It's hot... Wait, did it say that at the beginning? Okay, no, it didn't. I don't want to sound like a fucking idiot. It's hot in Ohio during the fall, and it's still about 75 degrees Fahrenheit out during this time. As I mentioned previously, this was only 2 days ago, and I get there a year early, and I have time to kill after filling out forms. There's a Starbucks nearby, so I decided to run over and grab a latte while I wait. Fuck. Sorry, there's fucking shit in my teeth. Flash forward 3 hours, the tattoo goes perfectly. We're chatting, having a pretty good conversation, and we finish without incident. He starts wrapping my arm up, and all of a sudden my stomach starts to bubble. The latte from earlier had come back to betray me. I politely tried to excuse myself, but it was too late. I tried to run to the bathroom, but at this point shit was already streaming down my legs into a huge puddle. Oh, fuck. Like I mentioned before, I'm wearing a skirt, so it's a huge mess. There's nothing left to hold it back. Diarrhea is all over the floor and around my legs, right in front of my artist. It's on my white shoes, the shop floor, my skirt, legs, everything. Diarrhea is everywhere. Oh, fuck. Man, that's why you don't drink at Starbucks, bro. I'm sorry. Starbucks gives you the fucking runs, dude. Never. Hold on, let me take a bite of food real quick. Never fucking drink at Starbucks. Lattes especially, man. That shit will give you fucking diarrhea, I promise you. Anyways, here we go. Just a pool of shit on the floor in front of me. I immediately started crying and furiously trying to clean it up while profusely apologizing after things were slightly under control. I had to drive home nearly naked and without shoes because my clothing was so covered in poop. Poor guy, he was really comforting and said it was okay, totally not mad. I've just never been so goddamn embarrassed in my entire life. Tipped him $300 and made him promise not to tell anyone, then left the shop in tears. I don't know where to go from here. 21-year-old and shitting myself in public. Shit. Oh, I feel so bad for her though. I mean, honestly, good thing that it was just that dude there, and I'm glad he was fucking cool about it, you know? Some people would just be like, oh, you disgusting human. Clean that up. You know, they'd probably get pissed, but the dude was like, fuck, man. Aww. What? Okay. How many grids? Just 2, please. Oh, fuck. Oh, fuck, dude. This guy looks like a fucking Ewok. Eh. What the fuck? What's this? Oh, a swag. Keto cake. When you want a cake, but you are on the keto diet, that is fucking gross. Okay, the longer you look, the worse it gets. What is this subreddit? What is this? Wow. Okay. Alright. Fuck. I'll fucking upload that shit. You know what? Fuck it. Let's upload it. You know what I'm saying? Okay, foot tacos. Oh, fuck, man. Open link in new tab. Get prepared for lag, ladies and gentlemen. Fire! Fire, fire. Um, I have a fucking comment. I have a comment. Can I leave a comment, please? Can I? Okay, I definitely do not trust that shit. Wow. Well, shit. Okay. It's Dave, the divorce, the divorced, but in reverse. What? I don't even want to know what that means. This guy's entire incestual life. Oh god. Incest? 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 My man's had sex with his... It better not be a story about how he got aroused by his fucking mom being naked. What the fuck is wrong with this guy? This nigga's weird, bro. Okay. Okay. Oh god, it's short, but I'm seeing some of the words and it just looks fucked up. Oh fuck, come on, food. Let's go, food. Come on. My mother gave me up when I was 6 years. When I was 6. Years later, at 35, we reconnected. I became so attracted to her, it's crazy. I've been into incest for years. I've been having sex with my first cousin. 15 years?! Dude, you can't just admit to the whole internet that you've been fucking your cousin for 15 years, man. What? I can't believe... Fuck off. Fuck. Come on. Just... Okay. Anyway, after a year or so, I got the courage to anonymously send her a dick pic. She didn't know it's me. She don't know it's me. Okay, I'm guessing this guy's a fucking redneck. She don't know it's me. Told her I used to know her. At first she was standoffish. Finally, about 6 months ago, she finally admitted to being extremely attracted to me, based off of my neck down selfies, dick pics, and masturbation videos. Finally admitted to wanting to fuck her. Finally admitted to wanting to fuck me. Loving the way my cock looks, began describing to me what she wants to do to me sexually. It says my life. About 3 days ago, she sent me first a booty pic and then a masturbation video. You'll see them. I've been pretending to be someone she knew in the past. What the fuck? Why are these people chill about it? She didn't know it was you. How come she knew later on without you telling? Make it longer and put in details. Damn. Okay. Alright, buddy, let's see what you got to say. Not only is this fucking disgusting, you goddamn ape, but the fact that you're catfishing your own mother is morally... Oh, yeah. Yeah, he was fucking doing that. Get help, you miserable pissant. And I hope when she finds out she kicks you in the dick so hard, any chance of you're discussing incestual genes reproducing are zero. I hope your dick actually breaks. Some people don't deserve to fuck. Alright. That's a fuck story. Roach Lady. Yay! Roach Lady! I'm down. Does anyone have the poop knife copy pasta? What the fuck is the poop knife? I don't even want to fucking know. Looking for the guy who ate his own dick cheese on toast? Oh, God. That is just fucking gross. How many viewers? Oh, now we're just back to one viewer. Well, shit. I don't know if this belongs on here, but I was nauseous reading this. Alright, well, let's see what you got, bud. Oh, fuck. Hold on, I'm just gonna take a bite of my dinner real quick. Oh. Mmm. Two girls, one UTI. I'm not from the USA, so the terms I use may be different. I live in the city, but the girl in the story only came here to study. She comes from an extremely rich family, but this story really teaches you that money cannot buy you a sense of hygiene. In my first year of senior college in my court... How long is this? Oh, fuck me. Okay. Alright. My course had a lot of people who were from small towns in other states. One girl, R, and I became really good friends. A couple of months in, she was not from the city. She lived alone in one-bedroom apartment that belonged to her mother, who would use it as a crash pad for whenever she came to the city and got shit-faced, which was fairly often. A friend from her small town was due to move in with her in a few weeks. We had planned a weekend stay over at her house. She gave me her keys on Friday afternoon and said I was free to head to her house, which I had not yet been to. She'd come in a couple of hours since her classes went on longer. I cheerily picked up some wine, takeout, and headed to her apartment. I was immediately on alert as the hallway was strewn with clothes and shoes. A light was flickering in her bedroom, and all the doors were open. I saw immediately that she had been robbed. Her wardrobe door stood open, and all the contents had been spilled all over the apartment. Someone had upturned her jewelry box on the bed and smashed a couple of earrings. Her TV was lying face down, broken, and a dreadful odor permeated the whole house. All the windows were open, and rain was pouring in all over everything. I flipped out and called her immediately, screaming that she had been robbed. I told her what I saw, and I was calling the cops, but she told me not to. Came rushing home, and the time it took her to arrive, I had already gone over the house. A dead rat was in her wardrobe, staining a lot of the clothes with blood and reeking to the high heavens. I was checking her half-open nightstand drawers and found a plate complete with rotting food, cutlery, and flowers in it. I also found a drawer full of used cutlery and tissues, molding away. This is fucking disgusting. The food bits had turned black. It looked like no one had lived here for a long time. The living room had the smashed TV, bits of glass everywhere, and a pile of filthy dishes and rags by the couch. The kitchen had mold growing inside the fridge and on the countertops. I ran to her bathroom to throw up after seeing that, but the sink made me sicker. It looked like it had skid marks all over it. One using the facilities, I realized that the toilet bowl wasn't black. It was just covered in tiny flies and black mold. Shaking, I pearled the hell out of my hands after washing them about 10 times. By now, R was home and said no one had robbed her. This is just how her apartment always was. I was stunned. She went to get me a glass of water, but found that all her cups were filled with mold. She's lived here for a year. She scraped the mold out of a cup, filled it with water, and offered it to me. Nauseated, I declined it and told her that she could keep the wine and the food, that I would be heading home immediately. She didn't seem to understand that her house was basically a place that needed to be condemned, or why... wasn't sanitary at all. She said the rat was dead, so it wasn't a bother, and she didn't like sweeping the place. The floor was covered in layers of food debris, clothes, jewelry, and electronics. She called me a stuck-up, overly clean, big city girl who couldn't handle a little bit of dirt. She then said her grandmother would come down in a couple of days and clean up the apartment. What the fuck? Needless to say, I got the hell out of there. She sent me a bunch of texts about how I was being a snob for not wanting to hang out with her just because she was a little messy and I needed to chill. I caught a UTI from using her nasty bathroom. What the fuck is a UTI? Let's check it out. Oh, fuck. Okay, well. Alright, that sucks. Thank you for listening to my horror story. Okay, I don't want to fucking do this shit, because obviously you're not friends with that fucking person. Okay. Bugs. Noodles. Bro, I'll tell you what, pasta is fire. Okay. Okay, fucking water. I need water to fucking do this shit. Because I wear braces, and fucking... Yummy. Okay. Gotta put in my fucking... her Vans. Sorry, I'm just taking my fucking time here. Ah, con, now the huck. Ah, shit. Fuck off. God damn. Ah. There we fucking go. Okay. Okay, fuck it. Gynecologist Fred, what is the worst thing you've ever seen? Not vaginal, but boobs. So almost as bad as when high school, I was doing a rotation in ER as a student in HOSA. A very large woman came in with chest pains while trying to get the pads on her. The smell was intense. They decided to try to clean her up and went to put a pad under one of her breasts. When they lifted it, the smell knocked us back. There was a discolored scab. Ew, bro. And when the doctor washed at it, it came off and roaches started... Oh! Roaches started flowing out of a hole in her body under her breast. Apparently an egg had been laid in a fold of skin, and when they hatched, they just started eating their way. Ew! Oh, that is fucking gross! Oh, that is disgusting! How does that happen? How does a roach crawl under your titty, and it just stays there, and you don't notice it? How does that happen? Oh, that's fucking gross. Alright. Alright, make me suffer. Let's see what you got. Let's go to your home right quick. Yeah. Make me suffer. Come on. Okay. Can anyone drop the Tfue of the guy that is fucking his girlfriend and she pokes his butthole and he takes a massive shit all over her? Alright. What? How long is this? How? I don't want to... Oh, fuck. Shit. Long stories. Too long. Too long for me. Too long. Okay, dear God. What the fuck? The Girls Without Father Figures. Astrology. Oh, nice. Good. Nice meme. Nice meme. Okay. Oh, dude, my legs. Oh, that felt so good. My legs have been in the same position for a good hour, so I had to move them. Okay. I don't give a flying fuck about the battery life. Go fuck yourself. Go fuck yourself, battery life. One time. No. Okay, no kids, don't. Grandma's dead, so let's eat all of her pills. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. Toilet plunger, someone left in their toilet. Blind people. Oh, fuck. Well. Okay, fine. Fine, I'll read it. I picked up the weight loss. Say's gross. Okay. Okay. Not quite maintaining. I didn't reach my initial goal, but I kind of got distracted by some difficult life stuff, and I pressed pause for a while. I hopped back on my old habit fairly quickly once I decided my MO is high protein, high fat, low carb, because I found that's the pattern that helps me stay within my calorie limit without getting starving. This week, though, I kind of forgot to eat many vegetables or much fiber, or anything apart from meat and dairy. I hadn't been paying loads of attention to my bowel movements. See where this is going. I did warn you. But I realized after a week or so that I couldn't remember the last time I'd done a poo. It didn't worry me particularly. It wasn't uncomfortable, so I moved on with things. This morning, Saturday, I had some porridge for breakfast. Half an hour later, and the old urge came on pretty strong. Half an hour, yes, really. After that, I felt about 3 pounds lighter. It had been a fairly strenuous affair, but it was done. About halfway through, I glanced down to see what I was doing. Don't tell me you'd never done that. And I was surprised by the volume of material I'd been evacuating. There was a fair mountain of this stuff in the bottom of the bowl. That is fucking gross. It was like disgusting brown iceberg towering out of the water. Bro, I can just imagine the Titanic hitting a giant shit iceberg. The Titanic hitting a giant shit iceberg. You hear me, Rick? A giant shit iceberg. Like a disgusting brown iceberg towering out of the water. I did wonder at that point whether it was worth a midway flush, but decided against it, a decision I would later regret. Eventually everything was out, and I gave the loo an idle flush. Imagine my panic when the water in the bowl didn't drain as normal, but rose and rose and rose, all the way to the brim. Oh, that is fucking disgusting. After the relief of an averted overflow subsided, I noticed the water level going down slowly. It took some time, but it eventually returned to normal. Although the giant pile of crap had barely moved, I thought it needed a bit of a nudge, so reluctantly I gave it a shove with the toilet brush. Turns out this was a terrible idea. The next flush was worse than the first. The water level kept rising, and what with the smashing and the twice flushing the bowl filled with a glossy, textureless brown soup. Oh god, why did you say brown soup? That is just fucking gross. I will never eat soup if the color's brown again. And this time it wasn't going anywhere. I tried to think of a way around what comes next. I really did. I tried breaking up a coat hanger and poking it around to try busting a hole in whatever was causing the blockage, but in the end there was no way around it. I popped my rubber gloves, used an old plastic carton to empty the sewage water into a bucket, and ended up digging around with my hand. Ew, nigga! Oh, that's fucking nasty. Okay. This was disgusting enough, but through my disgust there broke a growing amazement as began to grapple with solid clumps of matter. I pulled out handfuls of the stuff, and all of it had the consistency of clay. It was hard, unyielding, and entirely waterproof. Honestly, if I had a kiln, I could probably have made pottery out of this stuff. To my amazement, I realized I had literally shit a brick. Eventually, I got the gunk out of and managed to make the toilet flush work. But to think that all that solid clay-like matter had been sitting in my bowl made me feel a bit weird. I'm guessing that this is what happens when you don't eat enough fiber on a high-protein, high-fat diet. The moral of the story, eat your vegetables, or you'll start shitting modeling clay and end up elbows deep in your own effluent. Well, you'll end up elbows deep in your own effluents at 9 a.m. on a Saturday trying to unblock the toilet if you don't have a fucking plunger, bud. Buy a plunger. Moral of the story, buy a fucking plunger. That's all you have to do. Alright? You don't have to eat vegetables. You could just buy a fucking plunger. Fucking moron. So I know that's completely disgusting, but by any chance, has anyone experienced anything like this? Please tell me it's not just me, or I've just massively overshared for no good reason. What the fuck? What do you mean that wasn't so bad? That was fucking disgusting. Dirty Chewbacca. When a girl is deep throating you, you pinch her nipples right as you comment. Oh, okay. Bro, fuck. Fucking memes, dude. Oh, shit. 2 pink rockets sticking out. How long has this stream been going on for? Dude. Hour and 26 minutes. Well, y'all, I hope y'all enjoyed that shit. But at this point, you know, I feel like... Yeah, homie already left. Alright, so it's all good, y'all. I love y'all. Have a nice life.